Parkie the Park Ranger.
And my name's Squeakers.
We read the Bible and we help each other.
So explore with us.
Today's the day.
Let's see what the Bible has to say.
Hey everybody! My name's Parkie the Park Ranger!
And I'm Squeakers the Squirrel.
Oh, and we're so excited that you're here to help us tell another story from the Bible. Now, Squeakers, how are you doing today?
Oh, I've had a wonderful day, Parkie. I went on an adventure and was climbing trees to collect my nuts for the week.
Oh, wow, that is so cool, man. I wish I could climb a tree like you can.
Well, Parkie, we all have different talents and abilities. I wish I could tell Bible stories as well as you do.
Well, you're very kind to say that, and you know what? You're right. God's given us all specific abilities that we're to use and not be jealous of what someone else can do, right?
Right. And that reminds me of our Bible story for today. It's called the Parable of the Talent.
Oh, I love this story. Will you help me tell it?
Absolutely.
Let's grab these clues and let's see if we can figure out what exactly happens in this story. So let's see, we start off with, these are three men? Well, how could this tie into the story?
Next clue.
Let's look at our next clue. Oh, we've got a bag here, and inside is money. Oh. Let's see what our third clue is. Now, what is this, Squeakers? I've seen this before.
Oh, that's a shovel.
A shovel. So we've got a shovel. We've got our bag of money, and we've got our three men. Now, how could these tie into the story?
Here, I'll give you a little hint.
Okay.
It starts with the three men.
You're exactly right. Oh, I remember now. It starts in the book of Matthew.
Yes.
And this was a parable that Jesus would tell to people to teach them a lesson. And just like you said, it began with the three men. Now, these three men were servants that worked for a master. Well, one day this master was going to go on a journey far away. And while he was gone, he wanted to make sure things were nice and smooth. Well, he called his servants to him and he said to the first one, I'm going to give you 5 talents. Now, a talent back in those days just meant a day's work of money. So he was giving him 5 handings of money.
Wow.
Well, he went to the second servant and he said, I'll give you 2 talents. And he went to the third and he said, I'll give you 1 talent. Now, the master left and he went on his journey, but while he was away, guess what the first one did?
What did he do?
Well, he took those 5 talents that his master gave him and he used them. And he used them to the point where they became 10 talents.
Wow.
He doubled them.
Ooh, good job.
Yeah,
this
he
guy.
did a great job. And then the second one, he had 2. And he doubled them by using them too. So they turned into 4 talents.
Woo!
He did a great job as well. And then the last one took his 1 talent.
And he doubled it.
No.
He didn't?
He did not.
Well, what did he do with his talent?
Remember that shovel from earlier?
Oh no, did he dig his talent in the ground?
He did. He dug a big hole. He put his talent in the ground and he hid it.
So what happened when the master came back?
Well, you're not going to believe this. The master came back from his journey. He went to the first servant and he said, what did you do with what I gave you? And the servant said, well, master, I took those 5 talents you gave me and I turned them into 10 talents. And he said, well done, my faithful servant.
Oh, good. What about the next guy?
He went to the second servant and the second servant said, sir, I took the 2 you gave me and I doubled them and I turned them into 4. And he said, well done, my faithful servant.
And what about the last guy?
Well, the last one, if you remember, he dug them in the hole. So this was not going to be pretty. He went to the master and he said, sir, I was afraid to use what you gave me. So I dug a hole in the ground and I put it in there. Well, the master looked at him and he became furious and he said, you lazy servant. You were supposed to use what I gave you. And you know what he did?
Did he take his talent away?
He did. He took his talent right away and he gave it to the first servant who did what he was asked.
So, Parkie, what can we take away from this story?
Well, I'm glad you asked that, Squeakers. This is a very important lesson that we need to learn. God has given all of us talents. Now, they may not be the money talents like here in this story, but they're talents like abilities and skills, things that you
like
can
climbing
do.
trees.
Yeah, like climbing trees, exactly, or dancing or singing or being really strong or running really, really fast. Everyone has specific talents that God has given them. They may have a lot, they may have a little, they may have big ones, they may have small ones, but regardless, God has given us all talents. And it's our job to use those talents to bring people to knowing God.
Wow, that was such a good story, Parkie.
I love this one. And you know what? I'm so glad that you helped me to learn this lesson today, Squeakers. And thank you for helping me tell this story, too. I couldn't do it without you.
Oh, and I couldn't do it without you, Parkie, and without everybody watching at home. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.